So, I have a confession to make. I've never managed to successfully finish an audiobook ever. Every single time I've tried to read an audiobook, I have basically fallen asleep. I don't know if it's the narrator's voice or something, but it just puts me to sleep real quick. But I'm on a mission to change that. That's right. I want to read my first ever audiobook, and before anyone comes at me for using the word read, audiobooks will have and always will be considered reading. I don't care what anyone says about that. Fight with me in the comments. I literally could care less. So to stop this issue of me snoozing every time I start an audiobook, some of my followers suggested that I listen to an audiobook while I'm like cooking or cleaning or doing other activities. I actually hate peeling garlic. And this actually seemed to work. For once, I wasn't falling asleep and I was actually staying engaged. I was getting a little bit distracted because I was also trying to like cook a meal, but so far it was working. Mushroom curry situation going on. We got a little paratha. Hot, hot, hot. I think it just needs more salt, but apart from that, this shit slaps. Maybe not the best book to listen to while driving. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little spooked when I was driving. It was getting a little spooky, it was getting a little scary, which I love. I love that for me. But usually I'd be reading about that, not listening to it while driving like a 2-ton vehicle. So because driving whilst listening wasn't really working for me because I was getting a bit too anxious and trying to focus on the road instead of the book, I figured I'd try listening to an audiobook while doing my workout. Side note, why do those calf raise machines always make you look like you're like riding a pony at the mall for like 10 cents? Anyways, this mostly worked and I was able to understand what was going on. Okay, so I'm like 35% of the way through Slowfoot, and I'm not gonna lie, I did end up caving and I got the ebook as well, just because I feel like I wasn't really like retaining or absorbing or like immersing myself into the world when I was listening to it, because I was also doing like 10 other things. I am sort of like going back and forth between the two. I definitely think I need more practice at training myself to listen to an audiobook, but I think that's just like on me being very much like a visual learner and not an auditory learner at all. I was just genuinely like, wait, I feel like I'm not really understanding as much as I could be if I was just physically reading. Also, I don't know how y'all read audiobooks quickly, because I've got like 5 days left on my hold, and I'm so sorry to the 3 people waiting in line for this audiobook, but I am gonna have to renew it. So if you want to see more updates on my audiobook learning journey, feel free to follow. I'll probably be posting some updates to my stories from time to time, but the update is that it's going.